Okay, so we are making, or attempting, I should say, we're attempting to make my first sourdough. So I've got my pint jars sterilizing with the spoon that I'm gonna use. And I've just got them in a stock pot. And then I'm gonna use, I got these flours from a local mill. And I got 3 different kinds. I got 2 of the Rouge de Bordeaux. One's whole wheat and one's 00. And I got 1 of the red Fife and the 00. I have a very elementary education on this, but basically the 00 is going to give you more of that San Francisco commercial sourdough, that whiter vibe, and then the whole wheat is going to give you a denser crumb, browner in texture, all of that. I can tell you from smell, this has a much more of a cinnamon smell than this does, and these were both recommended from that mill for sourdough. So I just thought I got 1 of these in the whole wheat, and then I got 1 of these in the 00, and then I just got 1 of these in the 00. And I honestly just thought I could play, not just with the bread. If you want to know what that sound is, it's Rosie, the mopping Roomba. But I wanted to play, and then also just figured it'd be good for the holidays. Something else to mention while that's heating up. I got my first migraine. So yesterday and the day before, I had a headache that was like, sound was a big one, movement was a big one, so like being in a car would bring it on. I would get super nauseous. It was bad. I managed to work out Friday. Yesterday I did like a half an hour of core and hips and stuff while we watched Black Panther in the dark. So I don't really know why I'm having them. I've never had one before. I looked it up and it said that I'm like prime target for it. I'm in my 30s, I'm female. There's a huge weather shift, all of this kind of stuff, all of that can be a factor. So I don't know, but today I feel like pretty okay. I know I don't feel like 100% because I went out and what did I do? I went out and I weeded a little bit and I cut some of the zinnias. I trimmed and deadheaded and kind of cut back that original zinnia field, and then I cut down the kajaris, just to feel like I've done something, you know what I mean, because it's been raining for it's been raining for what feels like a long time. It's really only been a couple of days, but when you live where I live, that's a long time. So I wanted to get something done in the garden, and then our beds got pushed back again, which is super annoying. So I think the wood's now coming tomorrow. But the problem is, we get the kids tomorrow, and like we were trying to get this done when we didn't have the kids on a long weekend, because it's very rare that we get that kind of lineup, but it didn't work that way. So now we're looking like probably next week we'll have the beds done. But what I think I'm gonna really do is just save some of that soil in the containers for like experimental stuff. I know I'm gonna run out of space in the beds, and I'll tell you this too, man, talking like bringing it on. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this short. He's gonna build me 6 beds. We had originally planned on 4, but he did the math. He's gonna do a video on how he's building them, but he did the math on making with the wood, and it was way more cost effective to do 6 than to do 4. It was like, I think he said it was like a $200 difference to do 2 more beds. So he just went ahead and did that, and we'll just figure it out. I'm fine with it because I think ultimately, oh my god, this goddamn Roomba. I think ultimately it's gonna be great for me because it gives me more room to grow food, and then I also think it'll be good because it gives me, I'm not like competing for space for flowers versus food as much, if that makes sense. I have so many ideas in my head, and getting them into the ground, I really, like, I understand it's a forever journey, but at the same time, I have so many ideas that I want to play and experiment, and I feel like a lot of us are like that. But yeah, so having more space is just good, right? Because it just gives me more space. I made a mess on the floor, so that's why Rosie's going, otherwise I would shut her off. Because she's, for some reason, really, I think it's that rev sound. I think that's what did it, because in the car really messed with me yesterday. I've never had a migraine, and oh my god, I hate them. I totally understand why everybody talks about how much they suck. So I just ordered magnesium. My friend Rachel recommended to me magnesium I just got migraines, man. I've never in my life had a migraine, and I rarely get headaches. But shit, this is the 4th day in a row, and I'm just dying. Like, I'm dying. I can't get in a car. I am like nauseous the second we get in a car. Sound is a big one. Yeah, so I was trying to lose weight, so I'm trying to work out and like stick to my goals. But the first thing, and like the thing that I've read a lot, is like, don't skip meals. Don't, like, you know, try to do that, because you're just gonna make it worse. And I think there's some, I mean, like, I've just got this, right? But there's some validity to that. So if you have any recommendations for how to treat this shit, let me know. I just ordered a migraine support thing that's not gonna get here till Saturday, and magnesium that's supposed to come tomorrow. So with any luck, hopefully that'll help. Just at least kick some of the nausea, because the nausea just sucks. And I feel bad because I can't go with Jeremy to get food. You know what I mean? Like, because I literally, we went and I just stared at a box of sterile alcohol wipes the whole time, and it just wasn't worth it. I hate this. Hello. It is Thursday morning. I'm trying to find good lighting, and we have homeschooling going on. I have a teledoc appointment, I think in like 4 hours, for my migraines that I've been having since Saturday. On Instagram, I have been posting this stuff because that's where I'm on stories a lot, and I've never had a migraine in my life, and I don't really get headaches. I literally, like, every time I get a headache, it's because I'm dehydrated. So it's super easy for me to figure out what's going on. And it like scared the hell out of me, because I just was like so nauseous in the car, and I couldn't go anywhere. Not that we're like going anywhere, but like even to pick up like curbside food or something like that, I just couldn't do it. So I had a bunch of people recommend magnesium, so I ordered that, and I got like 400. I got basically the thing that would come the quickest. So I got 400 milligram soft gels. I took that, showed up yesterday, and then a couple of my friends told me to take a few, and so I took. They like pace it, but like try it. So I took. As of right now, I've taken four. So I've taken 1,600 milligrams total in the last, since like 1 o'clock yesterday. And everybody was saying like, you're gonna get diarrhea. I haven't had any problems at all. So I don't know if that's indicative of just how low my magnesium was or what. But I know this is like a little TMI, but I really have no idea what the hell happened. I've never had a migraine before. It was I'm in completely new territory. I will tell you that the weather has dramatically shifted. Like it's 50 degrees, 40 to 50 degrees less than it was. And it'll go back up, but still, like, I'm very sensitive to the weather. I always have been, so I know that's, Adelaide won't say hi.
Say hello. Hi, Sam. How's everybody doing? I need another haircut. I got a bath last night, though. Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave you alone. So yes, I've had a couple of friends recommend me getting Maxalt as like a prescription treatment for it. And then I've had a couple of people like recommend different things. So I went ahead and I ordered, I got the magnesium, I got this other like migraine relief thing that I saw. And then I got some electrolytes. I told Jeremy like, okay, because I've never bought them before, but I was like, okay, I'm properly like, I'm doing this. And then something else I think I'm gonna do is get back into like the health food stuff. Like I mean, like I eat fine, but like I was telling him like I don't eat like I did when I was single. You know what I mean? Like where I was like constantly coming up with like protein hacks and like just like lighter stuff, you know? Yeah, so I'm gonna get back into smoothies too. I told him that I gotta get back into smoothies, and then I think I'm gonna try to do golden milk as well for, you know, just to do it, because like That's more the weather than it is the head. But I think this has shown me, I gotta get off my knees. I think this has shown me that, like, you have to, like, take this shit seriously. In better news, I went out to the garden and I have tomatoes fruiting. My pumpkins look great. My watermelons look good. Like, everything out there looks amazing. So we had rain a lot lately. That's why my hair looks like shit, because I can't wash it because it's raining. Yeah, it's been a week. And yeah, I guess we're gonna expect some more like autumnal health content now, because definitely wasn't on my radar a week ago, but now it is. Update. So I had my teledoc appointment, and I do not like this doctor. We are not going to this doctor. He scared the living shit out of me, made me cry, told me I have to go to the emergency room if it comes back, made me a prescription, and I have to he told me he wanted me to have an emergency MRI. So, I mean, like, scared the piss out of me. Called the MRI place, and the radiology place, and they told me it wasn't done with a stat order or with an insurance pre-auth, so I've got to wait 6 days. And I said, he did not make it sound like I had 6 days to wait. He said ASAP. So I had to call back the doctor, and I was like basically, what the fuck? And they said, oh, I look at your notes and it says patient's not currently experiencing symptoms, so maybe he changed his mind. And I said, yeah, you should tell the patient that before they call and make an appointment, because I was like sobbing. And he told me, like, I don't want you to, he literally said, I just don't want you to drop dead. And I'm like that's supposed to help? Like, the conflict in that doesn't aid? So thankfully for Instagram, because y'all are like incredibly fast on stories, and I'm so grateful for you. I got a recommendation already for a new doctor, and I will go to that doctor forward. What is this situation here? Like 2020, man. But yeah, so living shit scared out of me. Today sucks. This week sucks. I hate it. And you know, having been to so many MRIs with my dad, I know brain MRIs only take 5 minutes, because I went to like 10 of them with my dad. So I'm like, I gotta wait 6 days for a 5-minute friggin' MRI. And he gave me a prescription for something. He's like, if it comes back, take it. I'm like, you don't think it's gonna come back now with what you just said to me? I'm pissed. So anyway, it is Saturday morning, and I got this yesterday, so I made my coffee with it. My thoughts are this is very, very mild pumpkin flavor. You definitely should add some like cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice to this to boost the flavor, because I wasn't sure how it's gonna go, and like Starbucks is like super syrupy. That's very, very mild. I got this. It's like a mini pumpkin waffle iron. I'm gonna make cinnamon rolls in it. So let's see how this goes. Hi. Good morning, Mama. Hi, baby. How you doing? That one's yours. They're cute, huh?
Mm-hmm. Go snuggle dog. Now you have dancing feet. You want me to pick you up and give you loves? How are you this morning, Mama? How are you, Mama? How are you, Mama?
Did you sleep okay, Bear?
There we go. Let's hope these are good. Hello. It is Saturday morning, and look at those sunflowers. Oh, I'm so excited. So I said last week that the garden wasn't going to look the same. And I still kind of believe it doesn't, just because of all the rain. There's been so many changes. But I did expect us to have the beds done. And because it rained for so many days, and like literally like pretty much all day, we didn't get them. I think he's built all but one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's built all but two. Either way, they're coming. But I thought this was going to be a little bit further along than it is. But it's okay. So this is my early jalapeno. I don't know if y'all can tell this. I know I can. I can definitely tell it's getting a little bit bigger. I have no idea. I've said this before, but I don't know if that is gonna do anything. It's just an experiment for me to try out those sizes of container gardening, you know? But like, look at this. Like, look at that. It's so crazy. So these are my purple beauty bell peppers. And they look really good. I got no clue if they're gonna come up, but they look great. My broccoli, this is purple sprouting broccoli. You can see right there. With any luck, I'll actually have something. These are my rainbow cherry tomatoes. They just exploded. And then, there you go. They exploded, and you can see right there my little tomatoes. I'm so excited about them. Let me check my soil. My soil is perfectly fine. Okay, cool. And then over here, I've got my... It's so exciting. These are baby boo pumpkins. These shot up. Like, oh my God, that rain was so necessary. I look insane from it, but like, oh my God, my garden looks great. These here are Cherokee purple tomatoes. I don't have anything fruiting to my knowledge on this, but that's okay. This here, this is a beefsteak tomato plant. If you guys remember, just, my God, this thing is just blown up. It's taller than the container thing is now. Let me show you. Right there is a tomato. So yeah, I'm really excited. This is where the kajaris were. I did go ahead and pull those. My zinnias, I deadheaded like crazy last week, and they're coming back. I mean, I've really trimmed a lot, and they actually look really good. I did the same thing over here. I trimmed a bunch of this up. I'm gonna pivot real quick just to show you this. Okay, so this exploded from the rain. Everything just is exploded from the rain. So if you can tell, all of that's come in, all that ground cover, it's just crazy. If you all watch my vlogs every single week, you can tell like just what a difference this week has made on this. It's crazy. I've got some weeding to do, but I'm kind of gonna let this go a little bit and see. Just because it's, you know, fall is coming and I kind of want to see what happens. Here are my sunflowers. Gorgeous, right? Gorgeous. And then here's the other one. It's starting to open. Slowly but surely. And then down here we've got my crepe myrtle that just looks so beautiful in the morning. And then right over here, I came in and trimmed up a ton of these last week just because it had rained a lot, and I honestly think you can't really tell. They just have gone nuts. Look how gorgeous that yellow is. It's so vibrant. And then I've got candy canes. It is so beautiful. They are just doing so well. I'm so happy. My black peony poppies right here, they've definitely gotten some height on them this week. All of these things have. Yeah, and there's even more growth, if you can tell. I'm starting to get even more growth coming in here. So I had no idea what to expect. So I'm gonna kind of leave this. I was thinking about kind of prepping the beds for spring, and this has kind of made me. I still will, but like, look, I don't even know if y'all notice this, but like the agaves, like everything just like, whew. It's the combination of the rain and the drop in the temperature did a world of good back here. You can already see the one watermelon. It's a sugar baby watermelon that's doing amazing. That thing came out of like nowhere. I have a ton of little ones, but that one really just like, damn. And then we have a big one in here, my little experiment one. I don't expect this to be edible because if you can see that, but I am kind of holding on to it because I do just want to play around and learn. I've got quite a few little watermelons on this thing, but that's the one that looks the best. And then over here we have the Dixie Queen. They are starting to get some variegation on their leaves, so I'm not sure If that means I'm gonna start seeing a lot more progress, I have no clue, but we're gonna leave it and find out. Underneath all of this are my rainbow bell peppers. I just kind of let this guy go because he just exploded one week, whatever. And I'm like, okay, like I've had so much stunted growth that I was like, if you're doing well, I'm just going to let you go and see what happens. Like, I don't really care. This is just fun for me. And it's going awesome. I mean, like you can see, ooh, there's a giant cicada right there. These things are massive. And then here we've got rainbow bell peppers. These are more Cherokee purple tomatoes. This is why I'm not so worried about the other ones because this bag's doing so well. I had Catskill Brussels sprouts here. I've got alpine strawberries here, and I had sugar snap peas here. I don't expect these two to come up. I'm going to reseed them here shortly, but these I'm going to leave alone because apparently they take some time. They might still be dead, but we'll find out. And then over here, they look better, but especially the blackberries, but nothing's changed over here. I have my one little sad cinnamon basil leaf, but I'm gonna put flowers in this. It was really nice yesterday morning because it's been raining like all week pretty much. It's been like really gloomy and overcast and rainy, so it was great for the garden, but I had migraine since Saturday, so it was just nice to be able to come out here in the morning yesterday and like see all of this progress. You know what I mean? It's just so good for me. Can we just take another moment to notice this? I can't get over how beautiful this is. Something else that I really wanted to add was, oh my God, look at that, look at that, look at that. Amazing, right? Amazing. Can you see that? Just amazing. Before I say goodbye, I just wanted to say thank you again. This week's been really tough with the migraine and with that terrible doctor. And if you follow me on stories, you know all about it. Thank you so much for your guidance and your support and your understanding and just being able to like provide some insight on something that I've never had a migraine before, and I don't get headaches unless I'm dehydrated. So I was like totally freaked out, and then that guy was like, I wasn't even that freaked out actually. I wasn't totally freaked out until that guy told me I could drop dead. And yeah, so, you know, thank you for just being cool about it and being helpful. I really appreciate it. I hope y'all enjoyed the garden tour, and thank you so much for watching. On to a new week, hopefully a better week. And yeah. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, y'all. I'll see y'all very soon. Bye.